So, do you want to give your side of a recap for last session?
We arrived at the Vestani, was it?
Yeah, the Vistani camp.
Vestani camp. Chaos ensued.
Yep. You okay, Will?
The old Vestani lady gave us the locations of multiple artifacts that could help us take down Strahd and where we'd face him, and that no one would be there to help us.
Yep. You got really unlucky that one.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Somehow Vincent ended up being the hero of the camp, even though there was absolutely nothing going on.
Oh yeah, true.
We looted the camp and left for, what was the town's name again? The town we had to go to, Valakai. Yeah. We arrived at a gate where a carriage with a skeleton in it tried to take us to the castle, but I am the only one that went.
Right. Yep, that is true.
And it ended with me driving off on my own.
From your side, yes.
Beyond that, I have no idea what happened. Well, I mean, I do, but
yeah, you do, but in character you don't. So we're gonna start off from you kind of saying your goodbyes to everyone, as you know, you hand the invitation to the skeleton. He's taking the invitation. He stares at everyone. He stares at Vincent for about 5 minutes before he gives his answer, and and then kind of like bows, climbs into the carriage, and yeah, the carriage doors slam shut. I don't remember any of this. No, yeah. Well, it happened. How dare you black out?
Alright, he was blacked out drunk.
Was it? Yeah. So the carriage doors slam shut. And you're going up for a very long ride. Actually, I will put the screen to be back on the map so it can just kind of like, I don't know, just show off a little bit where everything's going. So yeah, pretty much where you ping there. So you're like going from there as you're like climbing up here. Yep, as you're climbing up to the top, the skeleton kind of like it grabs well, you notice inside. I'll explain the interior a little bit. So as you're going up here, you're like inside the carriage. There's not really any window. It's like a very royal like carriage that, you know, you'd see royalty or nobility kind of going in if they needed to go anywhere. And yeah, there's not really a lot of windows. It's like completely like blacked out, except like one small window kind of on the door. Inside, very lavish, like velvet cushion. Like, this is the comfiest chair you've sat on like ever. It's like you could like, this is even comfier than any bed you've slept in or anything. And you can see on the side, like hanging from like a hook at the top, is like a little suit, and the skeleton reaches over, pulls it out, and hands it to you.
I'll put on the suit then.
Okay, yep. So the skeleton is just kind of like sat there, like blankly, as you're like changing into the suit. And then yeah, not much else really happens. Like the road's pretty bumpy. It's like inclining a lot. Yeah, and then you eventually get to the castle where I need to find the thing for this.
Very fancy carriage you got there, Mr. Bones.
He just kind of like, yeah, as you say that, yeah, he's kind of like, he tips his head a bit, you know, kind of as a bow, but you know, lets out a little noise like, yo guy, yo punk. Crowd control with D&D. I did actually think of that, but I don't know how that would work. Where is it? Nope, it's not that one. Where the hell is the handout? I don't know where the handout's gone, but it sure
right
is
there.
somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright. So... as you start heading to the top, you approach top here. As you're heading to the archway, you see down from the window of the carriage as you like kind of lean out. You are extremely high up. This is not very, the pathway is like narrowing in. It's getting more and more like rocky. The air's getting thinner. You feel like you're in the sky at this point, and you can see below you as well. The carriage takes like a stop, like an abrupt halt, when it hits the top, and you hear like the sound of chains and what is most likely, you could assume, a drawbridge lowering down until it starts going forward again, and then looking down, you can't see the bottom. It's so foggy, but you can tell you're like thousands of feet high up from where you originally were.
Sounds like a fun time.
I know, right? Strahd's flashy like that, you know? So, boo boo boo. There's a lot of stuff here. This is a very big place. Okay. Right, so now I have to change the screen. I'm gonna get this out on a new window, move this here. Wonder who will move when Fiddler doesn't return. Okay. So I did try and do something, but it lagged my computer to hell. Fondler. So, as you make your way to the castle, so yeah, you get to the other side of the drawbridge around here, the far west, and greeting you, I did try and put tokens on here, but it really killed my computer, so I didn't.
Oof.
You can see along like these lines here, and all the way down like the back of like here, and the same around here, are just an army of like skeletons, all dressed in like plate armor, like tower shields, halberds, stuff like that. Just greeting you from either side, just kind of keeping guard, I suppose. And the carriage is rolling up. The carriage is rolling up until it turns around there, and the door kind of opens for you. It was no. I had to scrap like 80% of everything I had prepared. Cause yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll say thank you for the pleasant ride and company, Mr. Skeleton, and I exit the carriage.
He gives you another little bow, a bit more polite though this time, and then he
Before I leave the carriage, can I try to shake his hand?
yeah, you can. Yeah, so you extend your hand and then the skeleton just kind of stares at it. He looks at his hand, really contemplates, goes in and just doesn't grab your hand, but just kind of like gently places his hand like his palm on yours, but doesn't do anything with it.
Very gently shake his hand.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're gently shaking his hand, and the skeleton's like, and so he just a bit shook up with everything, and I wasn't expecting such politeness from you. And he just kind of stares at his hand a bit more as you, I assume, exit the caravan.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you do, the skeleton is just staring at it for like another minute, but the carriage door just kind of closes itself while he's like looking at it, and then
it's like Dobby. You shake the skeleton hand, and the skeleton is free.
From there, you can see that the skeleton group around here starts parting, and the carriage starts heading this way. You can see it like disappear from here as the skeleton army sort of regroups back into formation.
Do I see anything else around me aside from the skeleton groups?
You do. I will have to explain that in 1 minute, sorry, because I keep getting a phone call and I have to take this, I think. So 1 second, sorry.
My immersion. So what's up, chat? How are you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for as well. It's gonna be funny, either way. Fiddler comes back mutilated with 1 health.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, the castle collapses and you die in the air. Okay, yep, as you come in and you dismount, winding through all the forest and craggy mountain peaks, yeah, you being so high up, you feel that the cold air just kind of breezing around you. It's like kind of, it's very chilly up here. As you exit from the carriage, you can hear behind you, as you look behind, the drawbridge starting to raise up again, just on its own, and yeah, it's very very loud, creaky. So the chains are very rusty as well, just creaking in the wind. Looking around, you see just all on top the walls, the roofs, and everything around. Lots of stone gargoyles just staring at you out of their hollow eye sockets with a very hideous grin. You see a rotting wooden portcullis just got lots of like weird green sort of hanging above, just sort of hanging like above the castle. That's not the right one. I kind of undo. That's fine. Yeah, just kind of hanging above the sort of like archway here. And yeah, so seeing in front of you as well, very grand looking gates, kind of more inside here, start slowly like opening up from the inside.
I start making my way through the portcullis.
Okay, so yep, you start walking inside, and now I need to change the map again. 1 second. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Oh, we haven't swapped. Hang on. Alright, so yeah, you see these doors are swinging open. I'm gonna move you inside, actually. I need to get your token.
Crash this computer.
With how it's been lately, I wouldn't be fucking surprised, I'll be honest. Alright. Yeah, so the ornate outer doors of the castle are hanging open. You can see kind of inside, you can see inside like just this very bare bones, empty. So I'm assuming you're walking into the room, right? Or
yeah,
okay,
I'm just casually walking in.
Okay, yeah. So in this room, you can see more like very grand-looking doors on the other side. They're kind of closed. I'll let you kind of just move around slowly as you do this. I think that's probably the best way to handle this. I'll let you move your character, and then if I tell you to stop for something, I'll just say
my
stop.
face. I look around the room to see if there's anything
Okay.
about it.
Yeah. No, you Actually, yeah. No, give me a perception check. Yeah, no, you look around, it's very bare bones. There's nothing grand about this. It's just kind of empty. You can hear like you can hear like the sort of acoustics of the room is very big. It is a very big room, but it's because it's empty. It's echoing as you take each step kind of forward on the like cobblestone floor.
I walk up to the doors.
Okay, so as you get closer to the doors, they start slowly swinging open on their own again, just like the other ones you just entered. And yeah, inside here is revealing a grand hall. There are fluttering torches on iron scones, like just kind of on each corner of this uh, yeah, just on this like sort of crossroads shaped room. And you can also see, hang on. Yep. So as you go inside, well, I'm assuming you're walking in.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, inside you see, yeah, there are 4 pillars inside the thing, 4 columns inside the room, cobwebs stretching between each one, supporting the vaulted ceiling of a very great dusty hole, as dimly lit by the sputtering torches on each corner. The torches are casting odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles, just squatting motionlessly on the rim of the dome ceiling above you. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay as well. And then you can see on the other side of the room from you, you see more double doors. They are made of bronze, and they are stood closed far there. Looking to the north of you, you can see a wide staircase climbing upwards into, well, you can't, into, well, just darkness. You can't really see up there. It's very, very pitch black. And to the south, you can, well, to the south you see kind of heading more towards another corridor, and echoing in here as well, you can hear the sound of an organ being played as well. Very, very well played, very majestic organ tones playing. But following that, from where you are, you can hear from the stairs to your left or from the north, the sound of footsteps coming down. And if it'll let me. Hang on. It's being very slow. I got a lot of things up right now, hang on. Okay. Right, yeah, so coming down the stairs, you see an elf with brown skin and long black hairs descending the staircase. He's very quiet as a cat, but you can hear his footsteps as taking each step down the stony staircase, echoing across this grand hallway, this grand entrance. He's wearing a grey cloak over some black studded leather armor as well. You can see hanging from his belt a very well kept, very ornate, polished scimitar as well. As he reaches the bottom of the staircase, if it would let me, please. Yeah, as he reaches the bottom of the staircase, fuck's sake! There we go. Oh god, he's expanding. There you go. As he reaches the bottom of the staircase, yeah, he just turns to you and just says, "My master has been expecting you."
I greet the elf, and I say, I can't say I'm surprised considering he invited me.
Well, he invited you, but I believe he mentioned something about a group. Where have your friends gone?
Unfortunately, one of them is currently in a condition where he wouldn't be the most.
He's just slowly approaching you as this is happening.
Respectful company for Mr. Strahd, and my friends have agreed that he had to get some medical help first, but they have assured me that they will try and make it, but I cannot say if they will.
Very disappointing. Very rude to turn down an invitation from my master. Well, I suppose it cannot be helped. At least one of you showed up. It just kind of like looks a bit grimace, like kind of. He kind of gives off the kind of like vibe, like the expression, like he's been deeply offended with what's just happened. Suppose one of you has manners. Very well.
Yes, it would have been very rude to completely decline Sir Strahd's invitation.
I like you. What is your name?
My name is Fiddlesticks, or rather Filler Fiddlesticks, but my friends call me Fiddler.
Fiddler, Very unique name, I guess. Very well. Fiddler. Just kind of like sighs as he says that, like. I may just call you Filler, if that is okay.
Whichever you please is fine.
Very well. we shan't keep my master waiting any longer. He does not enjoy waiting. Please follow me. He starts kind of heading down this direction. Alright. Heading down here. Is this the right room? Just double checking. Yep. Yeah, so... Oh shit, I'm not on the right map. There you go, guys. Yeah, so heading down here, you can see kind of torchlights flaring against the wall of this, giant doorway. Again, made out of like pure bronze. Yeah, just kind of the two torches like sparring against the walls. And then on the other side, you can see in that corner is a suit of armor. Holding a very, very fancy, like very shiny, polished, like silver sword. This thing is very well kept. Looking around, despite all, like, it's a very like kind of rundown place, but at the same time, some areas are looking very sort of like specific spots are kind of being like looked after. You can see, yeah, the large double doors are hanging very slightly open, and you can hear swells of organ music coming from behind the doors, spilling their sounds out from the slight gap that's open in the middle. Yeah, and then the elf just kind of turns to you and says, "My master is waiting inside for you. Please enjoy your meal."
Thank you very much, good sir. I believe I didn't catch your name.
Ah, well, I guess you shared yours. It's only polite. My master would say such things as well. My name is Rahadim, and I am my master's personal servant, his personal right-hand man, I suppose you would call it that.
Well, thank you very much,
Rahadim,
for your warm welcome, and I shall not keep your master waiting.
Very good. I appreciate your kind words and your politeness. So it gives a very, very deep bow, like kind of crossing, folding one arm forward in front of him, and then turns around and starts heading down towards. Which way was it? Yeah, he heads down this direction here. Can I move it on this screen actually? I cannot! Yeah, he starts heading down this direction until eventually he just completely vanishes from the staircase, going downwards entirely.
I take a very deep breath and I open the doors.
Okay. Yeah, so as you reach out toward the door, you don't even do anything. You just hear a really loud blast of organ music, like, and then the doors just swing open, and inside you can see. I think there's a handout for this area actually. If there is, let me find that. Kinda. But yeah, so yeah, as you enter, you see 3 enormous crystal chandeliers just hanging from the top, illuminating this very... You can move yourself in, by the way, if you want, or unless you're just standing out the door, I don't know. Yeah, just hanging from the top, like illuminated this absolutely magnificent looking room. You can see pillars of stone standing against very dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling above, and in the very center of the room, a very long, heavy-looking table is covered in a very fine-looking satin cloth. The table is filled, like, just is covered with many, many different foods. Lots of roasted, roasted meats in very delicious looking sauces, various fruits, vegetables, all sorts of things, herbs, spices, other things. You can see, yeah, various chairs kind of already prepared, like not pushed against the table, but like sort of outwards already for someone to be seated in because they're expecting company. Places are set for each. Well, for you can see like 4 plates along like the front of the table, closest to where the organ at the far end of the room is. Very delicate looking china and very elaborate looking silver. At each one as well is a crystal goblet filled with an amber looking kind of liquid. You can smell all this from here, like from where you are. It smells heavenly. And then looking to the far end of the room from where you are, at the opposite end, you can see between floor to ceiling mirrors a massive organ, pipes blaring out thunderous melodies, and just absolutely like deafening this room with loud, beautiful tones. The sounds are playing, the song is kind of very melancholy. It's very sort of uplifting, but very sad at the same time. Then you can see seated at the organ, sort of facing away from you, a caped figure, just pounding at the keys, playing playing very heavily as he's getting more and more into the song.
Whilst I was looking through the room and like seeing how nice everything was, I just want to point out that my picture is exactly my character's reaction.
Very nice. Quite a lovely place this is.
I take another step into the room and patiently await the hooded figure to finish playing.
Okay, so it's not long. It takes like another maybe 20-30 minutes before it just kind of leaves a... yeah, starts slowing down until it just gently comes to a halt. And then suddenly from there, you hear just all of a sudden from the blaring music, it just falls a very deep silence all over the hall, and then slowly the figure turns around, and if I can, God, there's so many things going wrong. Hang on, there we go. And then yeah, you can see shock and horror. The man playing the organ was Strahd.
I give Strahd a polite applause and I tell him that he is a very skilled player. Or organ
Thank you
player,
very much.
rather.
I'm terribly sorry. What was your name again?
My name is Filler Fiddlesticks.
Filler. Yes, I do believe I remember seeing you with the group I invited. Are they with you, perchance?
Unfortunately, due to some circumstances, they were not able to make it right this moment, but they have told me that they will do their best to make their way over. However, I cannot guarantee if they will make it in time.
He sort of stays a little quiet, kind of like looks around a little bit, like kind of not really upset, but just kind of gives a little bit more of a disappointed kind of a bit more of a disappointed sort of reaction. It's like, well, these things happen, I suppose. At least, well, I appreciate at least one of you turned up. Forgive my rudeness.
No, it's completely understandable. It would have been rude of us if none of us had come.
Well, yes. Well, unfortunately, as we mentioned, or as I said rather, these things happen. I hope everything is okay with your group. Oh, please, my rudeness. Gestures to a chair. Please sit down.
Thank you very much, Sir Strahd. Then I sit down.
Okay. So yeah, these four chairs, kind of like close to him, are like open, and they're like already prepared with like plates and drinks and things. So you're saying on that one there?
I am saying to his left, correct.
Okay. Suddenly the chair. No.
There was a broom under the table and it sweeps your legs.
Suddenly the table comes to life. That was a shocking revelation. I did not expect that to be. I know. It was imagine. Strahd. Well, I hope the trip was very pleasant for you. I won't deny. I pulled out all the stops to make sure that you had a very warm and comfortable welcome.
Yes, well, honestly, I've never been seated in a more comfortable manner than on the trip here. And the company that you send, Mr. Bones, as I called him, was a very
He
kind
kind of
soul.
gives like a little chuckle as you call him Mr. Bones. Clever. Maybe I might need to remember such a name for myself. Oh, please do go on.
No, it was a very pleasant carriage ride, and might I add, this whole welcoming all the soldiers outside and the Grand Castle, it was very impressive.
Excellent. I'm very glad to hear that it is up to your taste. I never wish to be rude to the guests that I invite. I very rarely get them, as you possibly may understand. You and your friends have been in Barovia long enough. I'm sure you can understand. You can understand people's potential disposition towards me, and yes.
Well, I am honored to be here, sir.
Well, please, do not let this food go to waste. If you have any questions or anything in particular you wish to discuss, please do not hesitate. As I mentioned, I am quite well aware of all the happenings around my land here. I will do my best to answer as much as you wish, as much as I can.
Well, firstly, I thank you again for the invitation. It is an absolute honor to be here. If you don't mind me asking, what was the reason for your invitation to our group?
Well, I thought it would be rude to, I guess, after our first encounter, if we could politely put it that way, I felt a bit rude welcoming my guests in such a manner. I wanted to make it up to you with, well, a feast and get to know our new guests in this land, and hopefully show you this place is not as bad as it may seem.
Well, I will have to be honest, my first impressions weren't the greatest with, the entire house trying to murder me.
Hmm. Unfortunately, there's not much we are able to do about that. You see, well, this you may have heard. I'm not too aware, but this entire land has been riddled with a curse, and unfortunately, I myself have fallen victim to such things. But that's not to say it's just me, of course. Most people in the area have.
Yes, I had a feeling that nearly everyone was affected.
Hmm. It's kind of like just gives you like a little nod. It's like kind of looking at you expectantly. It's like hoping, like it's looking at the food really, just hoping everything's like nice. How is it?
I take a bite of the food while he looks at me.
Hmm. So yeah, as you do, you like grab some like very nicely cooked like pork roast, pretty much like very yeah. On your plate is just like mountains of food. Is like it's something you'd get at like a huge sort of buffet in like real life, like a very fancy 5-star meal. You take a bite. This thing, what you've eaten is like heaven. It is delicious. The food is perfectly cooked. The seasoning is just right. All the side dishes, like everything on the side to it, just blending in perfectly. This you don't think you're ever gonna get a meal just as delicious as this in your entire life.
Well, I've seen many feasts in my time, but never been able to partake in one. Um,
Oh,
but I must say this is the best thing I've eaten in my life.
it just kind of
It
gives
is,
like a little sort of like exhale, just kind of nods his head like very good. I'm very glad to hear such delicious meal. Well, that you were enjoying such a delicious meal, and I'm well, terribly unfortunate that you have not been able to enjoy anything like this before.
yes, in my previous employment, I was not exactly allowed to partake in such feasts.
Previous employment, you say? Was that around here or?
Well, it was in a neighboring area.
Hmm. Very well. Please do go
I,
on. It just like
um,
kind
I,
of raises his head a bit, just kind of more interested in your story.
I, well, your head servant, I assume he was?
Ah, yes.
Rayadin?
Rahadin, yes.
Yes. Um, well, I was basically in a similar position as him.
A servant, you say?
That would be correct.
Hmm. I hope you were. Well, I do hope that whoever you worked for was a marvelous employer, treating you well.
Well, it was a strange job, so to speak.
Hmm. May I get your employer's name?
It was Lord Belfried.
Belfried. Hmm. Belfried. He just kind of like looks a bit more kind of just kind of a bit more in thought. Ah, I believe I know a Belfried.
Yeah, he was a very well-known lord in our area, as any lords would be in his area.
Oh. A lord named Belfry. Interesting. I do believe he is currently residing in Barovia as we speak.
You wouldn't happen to know a more exact location, would you? I would like to meet him again.
He kind of gives like a little chuckle. Of course, of course, a fated reunion. I'm not one to turn down such a fated meeting. I do believe he was last sighted near Yester Hill.
Sorry, give me a quick second.
Okay.
Just fixing notes.
No problem, no problem. He's very charismatic. He is. I'm trying to make him anyway.
Yester Hill, you said?
Yester, yeah. Yester.
I don't believe I've heard of that place before.
Oh, yes, please, forgive my man. Yes, you are new to the area, of course. Yester Hill, it is quite far away from this location, unfortunately. It is in, well, it is, it just kind of like, it would be easier if I showed you. He just kind of...
Oh, please do, sir.
Yes, he just kind of raises his hand, gives one loud click, echoes throughout the room, and then you can see coming from inside, like hopping along inside, sort of like waddling, like with one kind of broken foot, a skeleton. Oh yeah, he's going towards you, and he kind of places a map, sort of. He places a map, sort of like by your food. And yeah, Strahd kind of looks at the skeleton and looks at you, but he looks a bit kind of disgruntled a bit as again, and then kind of raises his hand a bit, points his finger, and you don't see it, but you feel a large force of arcane energy, like it feels kind of like an explosion, just erupting right next to you as the skeleton sort of like evaporates and like into nothing. It like lets out a really kind of pain like as Strahd's like, I do apologize for the rudeness of that one. I did not intend for him to place I did not intend for him to place the map by your meal.
Oh, it's no issue at all, sir. Did the skeleton just like completely just poof, or did like stuff go everywhere?
I just kind of poofed. But it like you could feel the arcane like energy. It was very intense. It felt like its own kind of gravitational pull kind of thing, right next to you. But the skeleton is just gone. But
I'm
yeah,
sure that the skeleton had no ill intent.
Yes, but the fact that it happened while under my watch clearly shows that they need a bit more discipline. Very well. Anyway, Yester Hill. So he's kind of like the map sort of like kind of unfurls itself a bit more, and he lets out like another kind of click, and like a quill sort of like just sort of like
Materializes.
that's the word. Thank you. Materializes like on the map and starts kind of scribbling a few things. I literally just looked this up and I need to remember where the fuck it is.
Ah, yes, very cool. A Ouija map.
Yes. I think it's that one. Is it that one? It's not that one. Where the fuck did it go? There it is. Yeah. Okay, so let me get this up on Steam. Back to the map.
Woo!
So you're gonna want to zoom all the way out here.
Already on.
You already are? Okay. So yeah, he just kind of like pings, well, pings. He just kind of like scribbles a little circle around Yester Hills, like, it is around this direction here. At this point. Did you see that? Or
I didn't see anything. Yep.
so it's pretty far away.
Well, it might be far away, but for answers, nothing is too far away.
Very good. Quite an adventurous one, I see. I like that. Let me swap back to the map, sorry. Just got a few things I gotta sort out as well. Apologies for the downtime. Just got a few things I gotta sort out as well.
Meanwhile, I keep enjoying the food.
Okay. Yeah, is just pleasantly happy. Like you're enjoying the food. It's like, you've been very good company, filler. It was, yes.
Yes, that would be correct.
I do hope that the information I provided has been helpful to you in any way.
Well, honestly, the information has been invaluable.
Excellent, excellent. Is there anything, of course, it's only polite I ask, is there anything you wish to ask of me about myself or anything else?
Well, how long have you been reigning over this area?
Kind of gives out a little chuckle, like, too long, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I can't count how long it's been. The days, the years, the decades, they kind of, after a while, sort of blend together. It's a very tiring existence, but it is what it is.
Yes, well, I guess someone has to do it.
Yes, quite. Well, you've been quite a pleasant fellow to speak to. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share this, but I have been looking for a successor. Someone to take over for me. Your friend, Vincent, was it?
That would be correct. If you are referring to the one who you ended up taking the taste of?
Yes, that one. He, well, he showed promise, being a former soldier of mine, after all. But it seems, well, age hasn't exactly got the best of him.
Well, I mean, it has been a while since his prime days, I guess, if you would call his military time that.
Yes, well, I'm not too sure how long ago it was. He seemed still fairly youthful, but I guess being
However,
away from the military has dulled his senses somewhat. I do not think he is who I am looking for.
I do wish to add, though, that after the house incident, you kind of caught us off guard, so we weren't exactly prepared for an
Of
encounter.
course! You think being the lord of a land is all fun and games? You think that being able to control everything that happens will just go according to plan? No! You need strength. You need power. You need all sorts of things under your spell. Anything to keep it all in check under your rule. You can't expect everything to be laid out neatly in front of you. Surprises happen. You'll always get caught off guard, and if your friend can't handle something as menial as a wolf, or I suppose even me, then he is not fit.
Forgive me, Sir Strahd, I meant no disrespect. I merely meant that would it be fair to judge someone without them being at their peak strength?
He kind of like sort of looks around, like just kind of just looks at you a bit, really squinting his eyes.
Like, if you may excuse me, we take this skeleton from a second ago.
What about
If that skeleton had been that way from the start, he wouldn't have been under your employment, correct?
I'll be honest, I don't exactly background check my employees. I guess they would be the most accurate term would be.
All I mean to say is it, can you judge someone completely on one moment of weakness?
Give me a persuasion check. Damn, okay. He starts getting a bit more kind of like angry at you. I get, well, not angry, but kind of physically more like upset at what you're saying. But then just kind of, I suppose sometimes you may have a point. I suppose sometimes some people might get perturbed during a moment of weakness. Very well. If you're so certain of your friend Vincent to continue, well, to be a candidate as my successor, and I suppose I can test him again.
I mean, I cannot guarantee his interest in succeeding you. However,
You mean he has no interest in all of this? He just kind of extends his arms outwards, sort of, yeah, just gesturing, not just the room, of course, but you know, just the entirety, spread out as far as he can. Like, he doesn't want power. You mean he doesn't want wealth? He doesn't want land.
I merely mean that I do not know his thoughts, and I do not know what he wishes for. However, I do know that he wishes for another shot at you, so to speak.
A shot at me, you say?
Another chance to redeem himself.
Well, if I wasn't so sure, I sounded more like a threat to me. A shot at me, you say? You mean he wishes to take my life? Or
I
is
do
there
not know
something
that for
else?
certain. I merely know that the bite left a rather decent mark on him, both physically and metaphorically, and I'm sure he would not shy from another test, so to speak.
Well, thank you for the invitation. Maybe I might pay your friends another visit fairly soon then. Give them one more test and see how they fare. And what of you, though, Phila?
What specifically might you be referring to, sir?
Well, this topic. This. What we discussed. Are you after
What?
me yourself? Does
Oh,
the title of successor, Lord of Barovia, interest you in any way?
well, I must say this is a very impressive castle. However, I, at this time, I wish to make amends with my past and get the answers from my employer or previous employer, and set things right again.
I understand. Well, I suppose I'll let you to your tasks, but I may also, with your generosity and your courtesy of showing up despite your the lack of your group, that takes courage. It takes bravery. I admire that. I shall keep you in mind. I may come and visit you again in the future and see your answer then.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. He just sort of gets up a bit from his chair and like, very well. I will leave you to your meal. Thank you very much for this very pleasant conversation. I do believe I have some guests to visit. I have some things to do. But please, make yourself at home. You may explore. You may explore some of the castle. But please, do not go downstairs. That is where we keep. That is where we keep the deceased of our family, and it would not be very respectful, if I'm honest.
Very well, sir.
Very good.
And I do wish you the best of luck.
Excellent. Well, I must be off. It just kind of like gives a little like, just gives a little like laugh, like a little snicker. Well, not snicker, like a as he then like puffs into like a big like, well, a big puff of smoke around him, and then he soon disappears. And then with that, we'll take a quick break because I need to get a drink. No response. Fiddler started it. I wasn't gonna do anything. You are distraught. I'll be right back. I need to get a drink.
I mean, if that happens, that was not my intention. I merely meant for a later time when I'm also back with the party. assuming I make it out of the castle. This has not gone the way I hoped it would. You just want me to die, Note. No, like I said, I had hoped that he would just, stay here, enjoy the feast with me, and then at a later point when I am also back with the group, that he would show up again and test us. However, it seems that he wants to do it right now, this very second.
Hello, I return. I got a Kit Kat as well.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh, so that's why Strahd left to get a Kit Kat. Back to enjoy the meal
Strahd
now.
pops back, is like, would you like one yourself? They're delicious.
Maybe as dessert.
He pulls out a Kit Kat from his pocket, chucks it to you. This is canon now, by the way. He just chucks you a Kit Kat. No, he vanishes again. Add one Kit Kat.
I am gonna do it.
Okay.
So I'm free to explore now.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Strahd's gone.
Also, yeah,
The floor
like
is
I
yours.
said, while you were gone, I was just like hoping to have him show up later when I was with the party, but I guess that's
I do have
rip now.
I do have a system I made myself on when and how and what and blah 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 he'll show up. So I can't promise anything, but this hasn't helped your chance.
Fuck.
Yeah, so yeah, the floor is yours.
I walk up to the organ and I try to play it.
See next campaign. Okay, yeah, so you play the campaign. The campaign. The organ. Yeah, give me a. I mean, wait, what are you doing? Are you actually playing it, or are you?
I'm trying to play something.
Okay, give me a performance check. Yeah, you play a decent song. Like you feel like practicing from your previous employment with your lord. He had a somewhat similar organ in his manner. A bit smaller, of course, nowhere near as grand as this. You know, to keep yourself entertained during your downtime, you would practice a little bit in secret. Yeah, you play it pretty well, actually. You may you do you do play a pretty good song. You do kind of like fat thumb of fat finger a couple of keys, goes a bit off key a couple times, but yeah, you do a good job at it.
Satisfied with how I played, I will get up and walk out.
Okay. Oh, actually, no. Wait. Before you do, with the organ as well, give me a perception check too, since you're playing it. Yep. Yeah, nothing really happens onward from that, really.
I will make my way back to the doors then.
Okay. Yeah, so as you step outside now, you see Rahadin ascending from the staircase once more. Yep. Which one was it? Hang on, I need to just quickly plan ahead. I just need to quickly map ahead again. Okay. It is that one. Cool. Alright, yeah, so Radin comes back up, ascending from the staircase once more. I wish there was a way I could do this, show both screens. Hang on. There isn't really. Yeah, so Radin shows up. Yeah. He just quickly interrupts you as you're walking there, so. I hope your meeting with my master was pleasant.
Yes, it was a surprisingly nice time.
Excellent. I do hope the food was up to your standards. Strahd, well, my apologies, my master specifically demanded we, pull out all the stops for your meal.
Well, it was honestly the best thing I've ever had.
Excellent. I'm very glad to hear it. That's what we were hoping to hear. It's a shame your friends couldn't make it. Like, kind of biting his lip a little bit.
Bing bong!
Bit
Bing
more
bong!
trying to suppress his emotions as he's saying that, really. Yo, Muse, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. Was I sorry? I was just faking chat.
Do I notice if that he's like suppressing?
Give me an insight check.
No.
No, you just look at his face. You're like, oh, he's got some pretty lovely looking hair. You know, he's very, very well kept, very, very clean, very, very posh looking elf. So we're left from the. Yeah. Who's Muse? What? Was it? Sorry, this is throwing me out. Everything outside the game is throwing me off out of loop now. This is why I don't interact with chat. Yeah. So he
He be big sad because others weren't here.
Huh?
He be the big sad because others weren't here.
Yeah. So he just kind of like coughs, composes himself. Apologies. Yes. Well, please do make yourself at home. My master has personally invited you to stay the night. We wouldn't have it any other way. He just kind of gives like a smile as he says that. You will stay, won't you?
Well, it would be rude for me to decline. However, I don't know if I am
Nonsense.
prepared for.
He kind of cuts you off because he cuts you off a bit because he was saying like it'd be rude not to. It's like, excellent. Well then, we have prepared a room just for you. We did have another room ready for you and your friends, but they didn't show now, did they? Well, we've prepared a much more lavish, much more fitting room for one with manners such as yourself. Please. Please, well, I have business to attend to. However, he kind of points at the staircase this way. You'll find the room up here. If you get lost, please do not hesitate to ask someone for directions.
Very well. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So I'm sure you've gone upstairs
yes,
now?
I am making my way up the stairs.
Alright. This place is huge, by the way, so be careful of that. I have sort of streamlined it a bit that you should be able to get to where you need to go pretty easily without, much, I don't know. Right, he's not a fan of the companions. No. Oh shit. Wait, no, no, this is the right one. Okay. Yeah. So you start climbing your way, you're coming up this staircase here. Yeah, as you, I need to get some new notes up. Just in case. So what is it you're doing now? Hello, Lisa.
I assume, like, considering I walked up the stairs, I'd be like around here now.
Yep. Again, just more stairs, like spiraling upwards, and then you could just sort of see a very kind of sort of dusty wooden door. It's like kind of got some iron bars, like kind of going off around it. Well, just kind of like a iron sort of like coating around it, sort of, but it's a wooden door, sort of like something you'd see around like a dungeon sort of thing.
I guess I knock on the door.
Okay. So you give a knock at the door, but no one answers. Just like nothing happens.
Can I push the door open?
You can try.
I try to push the door open.
The door does not budge. It like you like kind of grab onto the handle. You start trying to push it around. It does kind of like wiggle a bit. You could tell it's sort of like barred from the inside a bit though.
I was about to say I'll just try to pull the door open then, but no, I'll I guess make my way further up the stairs.
Okay. Oh, whoops, hang on. That's not supposed to be there yet. One sec. Before I move. I change camera. Yeah, that's okay, cool. Moving. Shit. I hate my mouse, I swear to God. Can't wait to get a new one. Yep, so you start making your way up the ladder. Oh, not the ladder, the staircase, rather. It's a very weird looking ladder.
Yeah,
okay. As you get to there, back to like a couple tiles behind, back. Yeah, there you go. You actually do notice a figure coming from the door in front of you. He's got his back turned. He's wearing very he's wearing very fancy looking stuff. Like a very fancy looking outfit. Quite a slender looking man, fairly fit. He's got he turns around. You can see he's got like sort of slicked black hair, and slick black hair, sort of kind of like graying to the sides a bit. He turns around, like, "Oh, hello there."
Greetings, good sir.
Well, I wasn't expecting someone else to be up here. Are you a guest of Strahd?
Yes, that is correct. I have been told there was a room waiting for me, which I am trying to find.
The guest room, I believe. Well, actually, that's up the stairs to your left. Okay, no. If there's anything you want me to retcon here, let me know, because I actually did have this planned way before this. I had things in mind, so let me know if there's anything you want me to change with this. Sorry, could you repeat what you said? I was just, Okay, no problem.
I said, what brings a fine gentleman like you here?
Oh, business, you know how it is. Well, I'm not quite sure if you do, really. Do you partake in any form of trade yourself?
Sorry, what?
He's saying, well, I'm here on a business call, you might say. I'm not sure if, well, I'm not quite sure if you yourself do any business yourself, but if you do, I'm sure you would understand. With a client such as this, you can't quite turn down an offer that he makes now.
Well, having met Sir Strahd, I can understand that.
Of course, yes, he's a very well-paying customer. We have a very lovely transaction going on between us, admittedly. But yes, I am quite a busy man, but I must say I am very impressed to see you on your own. Not many dare to visit such a place without many guests. He usually invites others along when he does send out an invitation.
Yes, well, we were meant to be as a group, but some circumstances happened and, well, the others couldn't make it. But I shall not keep you any longer. You seem like a busy fella.
Yes, of course, I have lots of matters to attend to. Well, I do hope to meet you again, and I do hope to meet your group. It is a shame that they couldn't turn up with you as well. Yes, you have a very pleasant evening, and I will speak to you later, I suppose. I have this weird tick where I just say "I suppose" when I try and fiddle with roleplay.
Turn my way up the stairs.
Okay. He just gives like a little bow as well. Just starts heading down the stairs until eventually, you just can't see him anymore as he's gone down. Why do you not do the thing? Boop. What the heck? Unintended develop. Yep. Is it this one? It is this one. Yep. Okay, so chat. That's good stuff. Alright, yep, so yeah, you make it up to the top of the staircase. You can see a very nice, kind of dusted looking, the food was, it was delicious. You all missed out. Hang on 1 second. Since you're here, I need to get, what map is this? Ooh. Yeah, okay, so as you come up, you come to a dark landing. It's pretty wide, like 10 feet wide, like so 20 foot along. You can feel a very cold draft of wind rushing down the spiral staircase. The one just next to you as it continues leading upwards. What you like, despite there not being sunlight, you could definitely tell that coming up from there is outside. Yeah, it's whistling kind of mournfully throughout the room, streaming down the staircase that you just came from. A very cold chill sort of rushing down your spine. A very ornate squares rug is covering the floor as well, and set to the wall and like kind of down the corridor from you is a sort of wait, hang on a minute. Oh yeah, no, it's set not set on the floor, like at the end of the corridor. You could see a kind of wooden trap door set into the floor. And then in front of that, you could see a very iron-bound wooden door as well. Hanging on the wall at the far end as well is a framed portrait of a very handsome, very well-dressed man with a very serene-looking, gaze.
I'd like to investigate the trapdoor.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, all right. Hang on. I need to make a roll here. Right. Yep. Okay. So as you open the well, you grab onto like the iron ring, pull up the door, and it opens kind of easily. It's a little rusted, but you see, well, you don't really see anything. It's a very, very deep like shaft. Is you cannot see the bottom.
I'll just close it again.
Okay, yeah, you close the hatch and yeah, it's well, yeah, you close it. It's now closed. It is pretty worn. The hinges are like rusted. It's not really looking all that great.
I turn to the door and I knock on it.
Okay, yeah, you knock on the door. 1 second. Yeah, okay, so, hang on, I need to get this up now. By the way, do we not have dynamic lighting anymore? I just noticed that.
No.
Fuck! Okay, I might need to pay for another
sub
sub.
the entire time.
Are we not? Oh, shit. Okay,
yeah,
I think
also,
I gotta pay
when
for
I
another
joined
sub.
it did say you were like free and like send gift subscription.
Ah. Okay, I gotta look at that. If I'm gonna do more D&D games, I guess I should probably keep that sub going. Dynamic lighting was really good though.
Also very buggy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah. So you knock on the door, and you just hear a voice from inside. Oh, please come in.
I enter the room.
Yeah, you will into the room, and you can see a very, very young but a very very handsome looking guy. Sort of like long, blondish hair. He's got like he looks kind of half elf, like kind of pointed ears, but not long. And yeah, he welcomes you. He's like, welcome. I do believe Strahd has welcomed you to this room to spend the night. Is that correct? You are the guest, right?
This must be the guest room then.
Well, this is part of it. This is the lounge. He kind of points a bit behind him. He's sitting on a chair. I don't know why he's moved to where he is. He needs to be moved elsewhere. I think I accidentally moved him because of my mouse. He should be sat in a chair there, really. He's like, yes, this is part of it, but kind of points to the door to his right. Through that door there is well, the bedroom, but this is the lounge, and what a very lovely view it is as he turns to the window to his left. You can see sort of all of Barovia, just like you can see like over the gates, like you can see like the windmill, like a windmill just kind of in the distance. You could see towns like further in, a huge lake next to it, all around the mountain. You've got like perfect view of the whole sort of area, as like the sky is still covered in clouds. The sun has sort of like started to go down now at this point though.
A windmill, huh? How very convenient.
A windmill, yes, was a bit of an eyesore, but well, there was a family that lived in a village just southeast of here. They had they owned that windmill, and Strahd very lovingly gave it to them, let them keep it. I'm not sure what happened to the family, but if I'm honest, they're probably not here anymore.
Well, I must disagree with you there. I would not say the windmill is an eyesore.
Agree to disagree. Very well.
Where I come from, windmills are somewhat of a treasured building.
Well, I do not mean to disrespect your culture, but to me it's a blemish on the beautiful majesty that is nature. But unfortunately, well, I'll leave you to it. I was to welcome you to the room when you got here. Please do make yourself at home, and try not to leave early. The night gets a bit restless. He just kind of like opens the window. It's like, I do hope you like the fresh air, and he leaps out the window as he like then turns into a cat and starts kind of like mid-fall. You could see his form just kind of shaping, like melding and shifting into a cat as he like starts hopping down bits and bits as he then kind of walks along the roof below.
I guess I will make my way to the door and explore the next room.
Okay, yeah, so you go to the room, the door, and yeah, it opens, and inside you can see an extremely comfy looking bedroom. A large bed sitting at the very center of the room. It has 4 corner posts supporting a lovely lovely black canopy trimmed with gold tassels. several comfortable like divans are placed around the room as well. On the other side of the room from you can see another door. It's got a nice, well, it's quite a nice looking like ornate door. Still wooden, but yeah, it's a nice, just kind of ordinary looking door. Very nice wood, mahogany, you might say.
I will have a look at the next room.
Okay, yeah, inside is a is it this one? Hang on. The notes are a bit jumbled up here. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, so inside is a nice small wooden panel room, just reeking of mildew though. It has very 10-foot high ceiling, iron hooks are lining the wall as well, and you can see a dusty black cloak hanging from one of the hooks in the center as well of the southern wall. Like, yeah, there's a southern wall here.
I'd like to search the rope.
Okay, yeah, give me a investigation check. Yep, you kind of just ruffle it around. It's a little dusty. Give me a room check. It's a bit dusty. You kind of pat it down, give it a little cough as like dust gets into your face, but you don't really find anything on it.
I make my way back to the lounge.
Okay. Very cozy.
And I look out the windows to see if I see anything going on outside.
Okay, yep. Having a look, you don't really, out of pinpoint, you can't see anything. Give me a, just give me a perception check again, I guess. No, you really can't see much. You can see like the overlay of the land, but you can't pinpoint or like discern anything. You can see, you can see though, the gates, the giant gates just sort of like down the slope of the hill you came from have like are closing.
Also out of curiosity, what is in a... Fuck, where is it again? Dungeoneer's pack again?
Dungeoneer's pack. Let me have a look. I just turned off my monitor.
Nice.
I know, right? 5e. Dungeoneer's pack. You have got a backpack, which is all it's in. Crowbar, hammer, 10 pitons, 10 torches.
Okay, so stuff that's all already in my inventory.
Yeah, tinderbox, 10 rations, water skin, and hempen rope. Okay, but yeah, just kind of, are you having a little look around the room, or what else are you doing?
How high is the roof from the window?
It's a bit far. It's probably about it's probably about like maybe 40, 50 feet down. Are you sure you want to adopt the cat, Peachy? It's a person.
I'd like to investigate the wall underneath the window.
The wall under the
See
window.
if there's any way to climb down.
Sure. Give me a specifically looking for a way down. I think that would be another investigation then. Yeah. Okay. You can see some like bits of like stone sort of sticking out from the like the way down. A person. Oh, but you get uninspiration next session. Yeah, you can see some like bits of stone sort of hanging out. You reckon you could like, if you were very careful, you could you could probably like climb your way down.
I'd like to climb my way down.
Okay. How are you doing this? Okay, I should get
just...
I considered it.
I try to carefully and use the little bits of rock and such that I just discovered.
Okay, but I mean, like, how are you doing? Are you like gonna stand on them, or are you gonna like hang off them, sort of thing?
I'm going to hang from the windowsill and try and see if I can get some footing, and then try to maneuver my way downwards.
Okay, first, this is gonna be a bit difficult. I will be honest. Give me a strength check. Actually, that's...
wait, that's a safe.
Actually, I'm just wondering.
-1.
Hang on, let me double check. Maybe it might be something different, actually. Because I'm thinking maybe if you're gonna hang, maybe it might be better to get athletics. Actually, no. Okay, yeah. So we'll do that. Okay. I was gonna have you roll for it anyway. It'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, both are -1, so it would have been the same.
Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, with that, you grab onto the ledge and you manage to hang off it perfectly fine. You feel the weight of yeah, you feel kind of like the weight of yourself and all your equipment sort of like hang up, but you can support yourself. I'm just trying to think that you will probably need to make a lot of checks for this, if I'm honest, because this is very high up. Okay. Right, so I'm assuming you're going to try and... You're hanging out the windowsill, you're going to try and put one foot on one of the stones, right?
Correct.
Okay. Give me... Okay, actually, so how is this exactly you're doing? Are you going to, like, stand... Once you've touched the stone, are you going to, like, let go and stand on it, or...
No, you know, like, the wall climbing, like, sport?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically like that.
Right, okay. Give me a... Yeah, give me an acrobatics check. Yeah, okay, you managed to safely, securely, grab on... Well, put your foot onto the stone, you let go, and then you are going to try and put your other foot on the other one, I assume now, yeah?
Yes, I'm just gonna keep trying to climb down further.
Okay, so give me another acrobatics check. Okay, yep, you managed to grab onto the... Well, you managed to hop your foot onto the other one, and you can see another one kind of like below you that you can put your foot on if you grab onto the bricks that you're stood on. So for that, give me...
do exactly that.
Okay, give me another... Give me another strength check and then another acrobatics.
Fuck.
Okay. You're fine with that strength check. You grab onto the bricks and you were about to like let go as you think you securely put your foot on the stone. But you do slip and it does, like, part of the stone wall does sort of shuffle, like, crumble down as it's as it hits the roof below. Are you gonna continue?
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, give me another check. Okay. Yeah, as you try to do it again, the stones like loosened itself as it crumbled down, and unfortunately the rest of it does go along with it. You can so now you can see another bit. Only like this, you can put your foot on, but you will, or you could like grab onto. There's like a little bit below, but you will need to let go and drop to have a chance at doing this.
I will try it.
Oh my god, okay. You know you're gonna be rolling. It'll be acrobatics with disadvantage for this. Because you are letting go and you're gonna try and... Okay. Unfortunately, though, that's not enough. So you do let go. And you do try and grab onto it. You do grab it, but you slip. Like, your fingers do slip off as you grab onto, like, the stones. It does, like, stop your fall a bit, but you are now falling a bit more. I'm just trying to think. So, I'll let you try and see if you could grab onto any of the, like, stones that are hanging out. That'll be another...
I think I'll try to grab one.
Okay, yeah. Do that, but it'll be another acrobatics disadvantage. It'll be very high. Well, okay. You do manage to grab onto one with one hand. Unfortunately, it's still not enough, but it does lower it, like, halfway down the drop. You do grab onto it. It does stop your fall, but you do continue falling. But with that save, you don't take as much damage now as you land on your back onto the top of the roof. I need to calculate how much damage we're doing here. Okay, you were there. Actually, I do actually have a picture of this. Let me see if I can... Oh, that's the wrong tab.
Fucking note.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, fuck. Alright, you are going to be taking quite a bit of damage here. What's your health?
20.
20? Uh-oh. You take 18 points of damage as you fall down from this, as you fall down from your escapades of trying to climb down this tower and land flat on your back on the roof, leaving a very loud bang on this roof. Hang on. And then... Okay, yep, loud bang as tiles like come loose, like a loud noise, and yeah, you're just kind of laying there. What are you doing now?
I reach for a health potion.
Okay, yeah, you reach for a health potion, and I'm assuming you're gonna drink it.
Yes.
I think it was 2d4 plus 2. So roll 2d4 plus 2, please.
Do I just type that in?
Yeah,
or?
just do roll 2d4 and then we add the plus 2 ourselves. 7. You heal 7 HP.
I get up.
Okay.
And I quickly but quietly try to make my way over to here.
Okay, but as you do though, you do notice, you do hear like commotion coming from down here, kind of like, and then kind of strutting kind of this direction above here. You can see the black cat that was that leapt out of the roof from before, crawling back to you as it shifts and shapes up back into humanoid form. Going for a late night stroll, are we?
Yes, well, I could do with some fresh air. However, I did not anticipate slipping from the windowsill.
That's a very careless move from you now, isn't it? I'm very surprised to see you still alive.
Yes, well, they don't call me Fiddler for nothing. Ow.
Fiddler. Amusing name. I don't quite understand what that has anything to do with falling from such a great height, though.
Well, I am, as you can tell, I am quite clumsy.
Well, very clearly, it kind of like... Actually, hang on. Yeah, okay, he kind of like looks around you, and he just kind of points, and kind of points at the, like, the, brick, like, the kind of fallen brick from the, from above, that's on the roof, and, can you explain this?
Well, I mean, I fell from a window. I tried to save myself by grabbing onto something, however, it seems the brick just fell out.
Can you give me a...
unable to support my weight.
Okay, can you give me a persuasion? Why are you not showing up? It's because I'm on the wrong tab, that's why. Well, if you say so, you are Strahd's guest. I will not press you any further then. Do be careful next time you try and climb down from a tower. He just gives you a sly smirk as he then like kind of show in a like very demeaning way, turns back into a cat and starts climbing up like the kind of footholds that you were trying to yeah, like actually hang on. Okay, no, never mind. So as he does, he climbs up to the second one, still looking at you, smirking, and he leaps up to the third one, but you know, trying to show off. He mistimes his jump and slips off and lands onto the roof, like next to you on his side. You just see a cat just kind of crashed onto the roof next to you.
Well, it's not so easy now, is it, huh?
It's kind of grumbles, like, and just sprints off to the north, like, this way.
Right, I get up and I try to make my way over to here.
Okay, do that. So, I'm assuming you're looking below?
Yeah.
Okay, so below is another very tall drop. This castle is massive. I cannot even underestimate the size of it. is like is yeah, so it's like probably another maybe 60, 70 foot down, and you can see like skeletons sort of like around like the walls, just kind of like they're kind of marching along. They look like they're hurrying about something as they're like kind of all moving
You
upwards.
cut out there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you could. Wait, how far did you hear up to? Sorry.
They're trying to.
Oh, they're trying to huddle and like go up, like kind of like in a hurry. As they like go up this way, and you can see they're kind of pouring into like around this direction here, inside here.
I have a look at this tower here. Do I see like any windows?
Hang on, I need to look. Wait, hang on. Let me look at the map quick. I need to see how high up that is, because that is elevated above you, I think.
I mean, it seems about the same height as this place.
It's
the
not
color
the
of the
same
map.
height as that. That is the tallest. No, that's not the tallest tower. I think it is actually. I think this is actually the tallest tower on the castle, so it wouldn't be as tall as this. Let me get my map up. Hang on. Yeah, okay. It is higher than you. It's about like 20 foot higher. You can't see it. You can't see any windows.
I'd like to try and like throw one part of my hemp, or like tie my hempen rope into like a lasso and try to throw it up to the top of the tower.
Sure.
To like get a rope going.
Give me a... What would that be? Give me a survival check on that one. Yeah, you tie up like the perfect kind of knot. You put like a little bit of a weight on it. It's like a little makeshift grappling hook. You spin it around, throw it to the top, and it lands perfectly. You give it a tug. It's very secure, and you try climbing it. I won't have you roll for that, I guess, just so you can climb up. And yeah, you make it to the top. You at the top of it, it's very kind of barren. No one's on here, but you do see like a wooden trapdoor.
I collect my rope that I used to climb up here.
Okay, you do that. Re-add your rope. Unless you never deleted it.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well you still have one rope.
I'd like a look over this edge.
Okay. Very, very tall drop. It's like 100 foot down. And yeah, you can't really see much. Well, you can see at the bottom, but you can't see much because there's still a lot of skeletons kind of down there. Not the hundreds that welcomed you, but there are like probably about 10 on each side, just sort of like keeping watch.
I try to open the trapdoor and look inside.
Sure. Yeah, you lift up the trapdoor and you can just see kind of like a ladder heading down into a room. I'm gonna need to. Where is this one? It is not on this one. is it, this page? Oh, I broke the game.
Nice.
I know, right? I might have to relaunch on my DM side because the game could not handle all the notes. Actually, wait, maybe I don't have to. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you don't... Yeah, you look down, and you just sort of see, what is this one? Yeah, you look down, it's, another sort of like, yeah, just a ladder heading down. It's like, kind of... Yeah, it's like, maybe about... Yeah, like, well, it's like going down in like kind of increments, sort of like a tower. It's got like platforms halfway down. You can see like it leads kind of all the way to the... Well, it leads to probably the walkway that you're above.
I'd like to climb down.
Okay, yep, you climb down all the ladders. It takes you like a good like maybe 5 minutes, I guess, to just climb down a set of ladders, climb off, walk to the next one, climb onto the ladder, walk down, all this other stuff, until you eventually find yourself here. And yep, you look as you dismount for the last ladder. You kind of like see, you can see in front of you to this way. There are currently no. Well, you can't see any like skeleton guards or anything close to you. Kind of empty at the moment.
I'd like to make my way
I
over.
did not. Hang on, I did not move the map.
Yeah, you didn't swap the map as well.
Boop.
I'd like to make my way over here.
Your way over here. Okay. So, give me. Are you just running there? How are you getting there?
I'm just walking.
You're just walking. Okay. Alright. As you get to around here, you hear this door start opening. You can hear a skeleton kind of pointing.
I greet the skeleton and I tell him that I have been given permission by Strahd to explore the castle for as long as I don't go into the basement.
It kind of like looks at you, kind of tilts its head a bit. It's unsure what to do, because it's kind of got conflicting. It looks very conflicting, or conflicted in it, like with its kind of expressions or like its motions rather. And
look, you cannot deny me fresh air.
It just yeah, and then it just kind of like it continues to look at you. It still like looks around, really confused, really puzzled. Give me a persuasion roll. Yeah, okay. And then actually, yeah. The skeleton just kind of turns around, as kind of, heads back to the door, just kind of. And walks back inside and closes the door behind it.
I continue walking.
Okay. Fiddler's Quest for fresh air.
Can I make my way over there to just...
You can. I will be honest, I don't know what map that leads to, but it sure does lead to a map.
We'll find out.
I was not expecting any of this. Okay, definitely not that map. Or is it that map? I actually don't know. I think that might actually be it. No. No, that's not it. Hang on, you had to bear with me. I need to find the map, and I genuinely don't know which one this is, because I was not prepared for this. You have thrown me off a loop here. It's thrown me out through a loop here. You've thrown me off a loop, too.
Well, no, I've thrown you off a tower. Well,
No, you threw
myself.
yourself off a tower.
And the cat.
Yeah.
I got my drink.
Okay.
Other.
I don't know if there is a connecting map to it. There's gotta be. There probably is, and I can't fucking read it. I'm gonna quickly... Actually, wait, maybe it's this one. Is it this one? Oh, it is. It's this map. I did not expect to use this one. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So you are now. I need to clear these. Okay, I am gonna have to relaunch. Quickly rejoin on DM
Alright.
side.
I'll take a quick bathroom break.
Okay. Apologies. Apologies, one and all, for the technical difficulties. My headset's going beep beep too. It's dying. Does this work now? Boop boop. Hang on, I'm gonna plug in my headset. It's beeping at me. Yep, okay, it looks like it works now. So... moving the token. Oh, we don't have a token for this map, even though we were here. You are here. I need to... Welcome back. I just need to double check that nothing is doing a big bad here. Yeah, okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I don't think that was the map. There we go. Alright, so you can see yourself on the map?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you start making your way down. You can see kind of like ruts along here. You can only assume that below is is a goat or a gate, a goat. You can see below. Well, you can assume below you is a gate, and you could kind of see some more skeletons, and more than that now actually. Some kind of, well, on this side rather, some armor, like animated armor, like around five units of like animated armor, just kind of patrolling the area around here.
I'd like to make my way down.
Okay, are you walking or still, or are you sneaking, or
I'm just walking.
just walking? Okay. I have to double check on something with that one, because that... No. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you will walk across, like, unhindered, and just continue with what you're doing, I guess.
I'll make my way to this corner. Left.
Okay, so looking to the left, you can see well, you can see like not skeletons anymore, but like because on the outer walls you can see kind of more animated armor, just like sort of lined up around like the kind of front in this direction, and you can see more animated armor kind of along the lines of like sort of the other direction as well.
I'll just keep walking in this direction.
Which direction?
Left.
Left. This way.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of keep doing what you're doing then.
I'm just gonna walk all the way to the corner.
Okay. As you get to there, the animated armor, like closest to you, just kind of turns around and draws its sword and kind of like blocks your path.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was told that I was free to roam around, and I would like to enjoy the view up ahead, if that is okay. I'm sure you wouldn't want to reject Strahd's wishes.
Give me a persuasion check. Yeah, the animated armor both just kind of like look at each other, really unsure what to do, and just kind of again, yeah, just kind of return back to their post, I guess, turning around, looking out the, yeah, just looking out in the horizon. So around you, you can see this as well. This direction, below you, is nothing but cliff. You cannot see the bottom, like down here at all.
I continue walking.
Okay.
And I'd like to look over the edge here.
Okay. Again, same thing. Nothing but cliff around here.
Do I see any like land at all? Like
Let me check. Hang on. You do. Like... Not much, but you do see like a bit of like a foothold that you could like at the bottom you could shimmy around. You're pretty high up though to get to that. You're probably about another like 30 foot up.
And there's still like armor around, right?
Yeah. Why can I hear the music twice? Can I? Here we go, I can just do this. Or I can't? How do I... Why are you not working? Oh, there we go, that's how. There you go. That really confused me.
I'd like to sneakily hang the rope from one of the wall pieces.
Sneakily hang the rope, you say? How are you doing this? How are you gonna sneakily hang the rope down?
Well, I still have the rope with like the knot and everything from before. And while I like lean over the bit of rock, But looking down, I try to hang the rope around it in a way that the armors don't notice.
Hmm. Okay. Give me a stealth check then.
Fuck. Right. Well.
Yep.
If it were fucking dead.
Yeah. You the armored guards or the armored suits, or the animated armors just kind of surrounding on both sides. They both extreme. I know, right? Yeah. They both just kind of catch wind of this as you like. You try and hang like the rope down sneakily, and you like put the brick to be a bit secured, but unfortunately, with the kind of decaying structure at the outside, you take off you take off like one of the like bits that are like sticking up from the thing, and a loud like crumbling like as it falls down, tumbles down, like you're destroying like like a little section of the wall, and they just kind of turn to you, the armor, and like you are now surrounded by like 4 suits of animated armor as they like draw their weapons.
God, I'm so clumsy.
Oopsies!
Oh, fiddler.
At this point, actually, hang on. Well, okay. You just destroyed an entire fucking section of the wall, so I need to. Yeah. Good job. So at this point, you see coming from you see like emerging from well, charging from this direction, heading downwards as well. Like an army of skeletons as well, just charging towards you. Like all weapons drawn, wearing like kind of plate armor. And they are also being kind of they're also kind of with someone else as well. The figure that you met before who turns into a cat as he meets you at the entrance is like, wow, more lovely climbing adventures with you, I see.
Oh, no, not at all, sir. I was just enjoying the view when the wall crumbled.
Oh, and please do inform me. How did the wall crumble?
Well, I was leaning on it. And I nudged one of the rocks and everything just collapsed.
Give me a persuasion.
I mean, as you know, this is a rather old castle.
Oh my god. Hang on. Wait. Oh my god. I suppose the walls are kind of old now. How many more layers of this castle do you wish to explore? Very interesting ways that you're climbing down this castle. You know that we do have stairs, right?
Well, I mean, I need some exercise. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Well, of course not. But this isn't exactly a very normal means to for one to get their exercise.
Well, I just wanted to increase my agility a little bit.
Increase your agility. Very interesting turn of phrase there. Very well. You may continue your walk. However, we cannot leave you alone. It might seem like you... Well, I don't... It could be my imagination, but it seems like someone may be trying to leave.
Oh no, not at all. I just wanted to stretch my legs and enjoy this view of this beautiful landscape around here.
It is a very lovely landscape. But, well, as we discussed, you could have enjoyed the view from your room.
Yes, but as I just mentioned, I also wanted to stretch my legs a little bit. And
Very true. Well,
seems...
if you're not going to escape, then I suppose you wouldn't mind some company. And kind of like nods his like head in your direction as he like looks at some armor.
No, not at all, sir.
Excellent. Well then, enjoy the rest of your walk.
Oh, I will.
Excellent. And he kind of turns away. It's kind of like he looks at like the armor, like some of the suits of armor and the skeletons as he like walks back this direction. He kind of gives them like a little nod and everything. And then some of the skeletons just kind of like disperse. Some of them are still kind of keeping an eye on you, but keeping their distance. The armor, all the suits of armor are going back to their posts, kind of around like the walls here. But you also now have two suits of armor, just kind of next to you, like you're kind of sandwiched between them.
Is this a dead end or
Where you are?
no? Up here, the
I gotta go zoom out. Uh. Is it? Yeah, it is. You look over that direction, it's just this stone wall.
I'll just, I guess, make my way back over here, the like main tower.
Okay. If you're level 12, you can't help failing some obstacles. Okay, yeah, so as you're making your way back, you are kind of like in front of you. Well, not in front of you. Behind you, sort of like side by side, you are having two sets of animated armor just kind of following you.
And if I remember correctly, there's a door like right here, right? Or a stairway.
The ladder to the roof.
No, here.
Oh,
I think there was a stairway
yeah, I
leading
think
down.
there was. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure there was. Do I need to go to... no. I need to find which map it was. It's not that one, is it? Hang on a minute. Is it this one? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, yeah, so you go there, there's not a door. It's just an open archway with stairway going down. Actually, one second. Where's that go to? This place is fucking huge. There's like so many maps for this place. Hang on. Does this go down to here? Oh, it does. Okay. All right. So in that case, as you start approaching there, the suits of armor kind of dash forward as they see you heading for the archway and just kind of block it off.
Well, if I'm not allowed to go that direction to get back into the tower, where am I supposed to go?
There should be a way. I mean, to be fair, you kind of did this to yourself. I'm having to find like where the fuck. I'm having to find all these maps. Okay. Okay, I found the way. Right. So, are you going to explore yourself, or are you? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm asking them.
You're asking the
where to
armor.
go.
Oh, you're actually asking them. They kind of look at themselves. Well, they kind of look at each other, and they sort of shrug, kind of pointing this way, like, well, the gate, like shaking their head no, but pointing this sort of direction, yes.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. I need to see the stats of enemy armor again. Oh, these are. Ooh, okay. Not that one. Oh, that's why.
I will just make my way over here.
Okay. Yeah, they just kind of follow behind you again.
I point at the door here and I ask them, is it okay to go through here? Because that's where the skeleton came out from.
They shake their head no and just continue pointing this way.
I'll just continue walking then.
Okay. They kind of look at each other, and one of them kind of gestures to kind of follow. It's kind of leading the front, seeing that you're a bit lost, and then the other one kind of walks behind and kind of following this direction. Let me make another token for this. Yep. So yeah, there's one here. Can I? That's annoying. Control determine what character thinks. That's frustrating. I had to move it with DM screen. Okay, so yeah, it kind of leads you sort of this direction. And it continues leading you around. Sort of until you get to around here, where it then points to a. I have to double check. Is it this one or? Is it this one? It's this one. Yeah, and so it kind of points to sort of like another hole in the wall, sort of like in here, which leads to a giant spiral staircase.
I guess I go inside.
Okay, we move to the screen. I'm just trying to. Where the hell did your token go on this screen? Oh, right, you moved there, that's why. Oh. Yeah, you moved it, you got it. Yeah, so you moved there. Animated armor, I won't get a token for it.
I'll, I guess, go upstairs.
1 second. Because the animated armor is still kind of guiding you. I just had to get rid of something quick. Okay. Yeah, so the animated armor is still guiding you, as it kind of leads you this direction. It sort of opens the door here.
I go through the door.
Okay. Yeah, so inside here, you can see a very lovely. I need to get the notes back up here now. Closing them all because they break my computer with having so many up. This is this one, I think. Yep, inside you can see a nice blazing fire, like a hearth filling the room, rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All's in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a very thick and luxurious rug. You can see a very large table, wax and polished to a mirrored finish as well. A nice candle on there. A few two chairs facing the fire, and nice 4 large couches surrounding the table.
I'll sit down by the fire for a second.
Okay. Yeah, you sit down. And the kind of armored, the suits of armor are just kind of keeping an eye on you. Anything else you're doing, or?
No, I'm just warming up a little bit because it's being outside at such a height.
Okay. At this point, hang on. Yeah, okay. At this point, the suits of armor kind of look a bit satisfied. They think they've done their task, and they start heading back out the door that they kind of escorted you from, and close the door behind you.
I'll make my way through this door.
All right. The door is unlocked. And yeah, you come inside here. It's another dining room, very kind of similar in like kind of lavishness as the downstairs one, but of course it's very unkept, very dusty, cobwebby, like rotten food on the table, drinks spilled over everywhere. Furniture's in an absolute disarray.
I try if this door is unlocked.
Yeah, the door is unlocked. You open it and you go
I go through.
Yep. Just another small room covered in cobwebs.
Make my way through here as well.
Okay. You do that.
And I go downstairs.
Okay, you go downstairs. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
And I go downstairs again.
Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. There you are. You are back here.
I head to the main lobby.
Okay, yeah, you head to the main lobby. It's very empty. You don't hear anything other than the echo of your own footsteps, really. It's very eerily quiet. Everything's just gone dead silent. The only thing you can hear are like the flicker and the embers of the torches hanging on the wall.
I try if this door is unlocked.
The door is unlocked, so you do pull it open, slightly ajar. It's very heavy, but you do manage to do just that.
And same for this door.
Okay. Well, and as you enter here as well, you do hear a kind of like coughing coming from behind you. Actually, it's as Rahadin appears before you, is like going somewhere.
Oh, I'm just admiring the castle, and I wanted to get a good look at the size of it from the ground floor.
This is a very magnificent structure. I do, although a little birdie has told me that you've been doing some rather interesting exercises. You're not trying to leave, are you?
No, not at all. I just felt like I needed some fresh air and to stretch my legs a bit, except that hasn't gone as planned.
Give me a persuasion roll. Very well. I'll believe you for this. Well, for now, you've shown my master a great service by appearing despite your friends not doing so. Very well. Enjoy your walk.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, yeah, and he just kind of turns around, walks back through the door, and vanishes off again. Fuck this guy. You didn't show up!
Yeah, so I want to take a little walk outside.
Sure. 1 second. Forgot. More important things to do, like being blacked out drunk. I respect that. Yeah, so as you as you do. Oh, I need to change. God, it's so annoying. It's so fiddly. You are
right where I'm supposed to be.
you are actually in here, because it kind of like inclined inwards. There's like an alcove.
I'd like to try and make my way out here.
Okay. As you get to here, there is something I'm going to need you to do. I just need to find it. Where's this map? Yeah. Okay. Uh, give me a dexterity. Well, actually no. Yeah. As you head this way, you can kind of see like you can see like kind of green liquids, like the green kind of alcove, like mossy things. Is like sort of like leaking down from the top.
So, what kind of roll do you want?
Hang on, no, don't worry about that yet. I did kind of jump the gun there, I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try and pass through there anyway, so.
Alright, well, alright, well, in that case, yeah, still, give me a... Well, you can hear, like, as you get under here, like, a loud kind of, like, goopy sort of kind of sound happens from above you as it tries to drop onto you. If you're going to try and jump out of the way, give me a dexterity save. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, though, you've managed to get out of the way in time, but you do slip and fall as as the uh, as the green mysterious goop lands on your foot, like your right foot, and it kind of starts burning at it and starts slowly like kind of melting it away as it's like grabbed onto you.
I quickly try to take off my shoe?
Sure. Okay. I don't think. No, I won't have you roll for that. Yeah, you Actually, no. Yeah, I will need you to. I think because it is grappled onto you. Give me a strength save. Yeah. Okay. So you do manage to like wrestle your foot out from here. You do leave your boot behind. Looking at your foot, it's quite melted off. This thing melted through your foot quite rapidly. Is very painful. You Oh, that's not much. Yeah, you take just 2 points of damage, acid damage, as you, well, as your foot is like kind of half melted at this point. But the weird goop is sort of like wiggling around in front of the door, and you can see your boot inside of it as it's like melting it, and your boot's just disintegrating in like seconds.
I just walk out into the courtyard and get away from the goop.
Okay. Yeah. You can see that the drawbridge is actually lowered on this side. You can see some skeletons and like you can see some skeletons just kind of like around here, like 10 on each side. Some are like facing towards it. Some are like yes, others are just kind of like walking around patrolling on both sides, not really paying attention.
I'll walk up to like this corner.
Okay. Yeah,
and I just lean against it.
Okay, you lean against the corner here.
Just kind of look out towards the drawbridge.
Okay, there is nothing there. Well, everything out that way is like completely empty. The drawbridge is lowered, and is like yeah, home free pretty much. Kind of candles on both sides outwards. You can see the archway. It's quite dark now, but you don't see any signs of life out there. Right next to you here, and of course on the other side here, are 2 more skeletons though. It's kind of like, this one is like looking at you as you're like stood right next to it, leaning against the wall.
I'd like to drink my health potion because the goo.
Yep. Okay. So another 2d4.
So 5.
Yep.
I turn to the skeleton and I say, "It's a lovely evening, isn't it?"
It looks really confused. It just kind of continues staring at you, like really unsure. It then looks at its friend over here. The friend kind of looks over, and they just kind of shrug at each other, like, "What?"
Oh, don't mind me, sir. I'm just feeling a little bit homesick. I haven't been in such a big castle for such a long time. It reminds me of home.
The skeleton just kind of like opens its mouth a bit more agape. The this one just kind of like looks at it, just kind of like questioning, "What did he say?" It's the skeleton kind of like old skeleton language, like, and this one responds like, "He's feeling homesick." It's like this. There's like this one kind of like slumps its shoulders, like, and then this one kind of like drops its weapon and kind of goes in, gives you a hug.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
He just like really gives you like a tight squeeze, like lets you go, pats you on the shoulder, and tries to give you like a motivational.
You're really cutting out very badly there. Or you might have just died.
Yeah, no, my headset turned itself off. It's the wire. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he like kind of pats you on the shoulders, try to give you like a motivational, so like. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Hello. Did you hear any of that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he pats you on the shoulders, kind of like, you know, just gives you like pats and just kind of tries to give you like a little motivational pep talk, like, you know, kind of cheering you up, like everything will be okay, sort of thing. But yeah, it's all skeleton language. You just hear.
I wish I knew what you were saying, skeleton, but I assume you are saying kind things. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it looks a bit surprised when it kind of like steps itself back a bit as soon as you say that you wish you could understand him. It feels a bit dejected. It like kind of turns around a bit, like kind of sad. It's not paying attention anymore. It's just kind of going. It's trying to keep guard, but its face is like kind of staring at the ground now, just kind of wishing he could have a conversation with you. And this one just like sees everything as like kind of turns back around.
So what you're saying is they're both not exactly paying attention anymore?
Well, this one's like is concerned for its friend, but he has a job to do, and this one is trying to pretend it's doing its job, but he's kind of sad now.
I turn to the other skeleton, the one that's down below, and I ask him if there's like anything he could do to cheer his friend up, because I didn't mean to upset him.
He kind of like turns to you, kind of, kind of like looks at his friend, but he looks really conflicted. He's kind of like, he looks at you again, but he kind of points at the ground and like kind of pokes his weapon at the ground, kind of implying he's on guard.
Well, I know you're supposed to do your job, and I respect that, but you two seem like you get along very well, correct?
He just gives you like an enthusiastic nod.
Yes, I've, as you might be aware, I've had a dinner with Strahd not too long ago. And one of your potentially friends, another skeleton inside, he delivered a map to the dinner, and it wasn't exactly satisfactory to Strahd. And he kind of disintegrated said skeleton, and it would break my heart if Strahd saw your friend like this and gave him the same fate. I would not wish that upon this fine gentleman.
So looks at his friend. He lifts up his weapon, like puts it over his shoulder and starts walking to you, kind of goes to his skeleton friend, and they kind of like turn around and like gives him a pat on the back, and you just kind of hear, and the dejected one's like, it's trying to give him like a motivational pep talk, like patting him on the back and everything.
Are they like facing away from me, or?
Yeah, they're facing away from you.
I make a fucking run for the gate.
Are you actually running?
I am getting the fuck out of here.
Okay, so if you're running, okay, so you get to around here. Well, yeah, as you get to around like here, the skeletons here, like the sad one doesn't pay any attention. He's still sad, but the one that's trying to give him pep talk, hears you sprinting toward the thing, to the gate. Is like, he gets to about here, but he stops because then he just thinks about what you said about his friend. He's like, he's just kind of constantly looking back, like, but my friend, but my job, but my friend, but my job, is really like internally struggling here.
Do I notice him like not chasing me?
That depends if you wanted to look back or not.
I mean, I'd imagine I'd hear him walking and then stop walking.
If you think you'd be curious enough to see what was happening, yeah. Actually, that's the point though. I don't know how the fuck this is happening. Alright, wait, where's your work? Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, okay. So you do. So with this, there's a skeleton around here that does kind of catch like the attention of everything. As you turn around, you do see this skeleton just like, it starts chasing you, then it puts itself at an abrupt stop, and then it like looks back and forth, like at you, then at its friend, then at you again. They just kind of stay stood still. But you do see like another skeleton coming from this way, kind of charging at you as well. I'm assuming you're still like running.
Yeah, I just quickly say I meant what I said about your friend, and I just keep running across the drawbridge.
Okay, this one, the one from the bottom still chases you, but this one just kind of looks somberly at you, just sort of like a, just with like a nice content smile as he looks up toward the sky, and like gives it a minute, and then he kind of walks back to his friend, and then they just kind of, he gets back to. He just get fucking anime. And then he just goes back to his friend and just kind of gives him another like pat on the back and everything. Alright, so you get to here. And I don't think there's a map for out here. There is not. So, we'll just pretend we're at the drawbridge.
Also, just to like secure my safety, I want to throw some grease on the floor to slip the skeleton while I run away.
Sure. Okay, so how long can you click grease? I want to so I can see how long it how long it takes to cast. One action. Yeah, that's fine. Sayonara, Tomoyo. Sayonara, fiddler. Yeah, you do that as you're, yeah, okay, no, I'll do that.
Slips and slides off the drawbridge.
Yeah, so as you do that, you are casting grease, you do leave like a big puddle of grease on the floor here, and the skeleton does slide onto it. I do need to get something up though, because there is something else. Okay. Give me a... Yeah, as you get halfway through the bridge, give me a dexterity save. Right. Oh no. Um... Okay, so as you do get across the bridge, halfway through, the bridge does collapse underneath you. One of the planks does cave in under you, and you do fall through it. Give me... You catch onto the side, but give me a strength save. Okay. You do manage to catch yourself. You're hanging onto it over a 1,000-foot drop. And you manage to try and pull yourself up. The skeleton does get around here as well, as yeah. Okay, so as the skeleton, like, it gets to around here, it slides on the grease puddle, and as it does, it slips through the fallen board that you kicked down. And it falls down the cliffside as you're hanging on there.
I mean, you said I climbed up, right?
Yeah, you do manage to climb back up.
Okay, well then I get the fuck out of here.
Okay. I will need another dex throw though. This thing is busted. Dex save, right? Sorry, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, no more boards fall under you. You do just kind of like, you know, you managed with everything that happened. You do perfectly, like, with enough weight, not push down with enough force, but you keep your momentum as you sprint out, and you start running down the hill as Castle Ravenloft goes slowly further and further away from you in the distance.
So, what now?
So, I'm assuming we could like speed this up a little bit, but I'm assuming it's gonna be an interesting one. So we could kind of speed this up a little bit, and you say like you get to like the bottom here. No one's really chasing you anymore.
Real bad.
Sorry?
You were cutting out real bad, but I caught like someone. No one's really chasing.
No one's chasing you, and you do start running down the hill. Actually, I guess we'll call it there for the time while I kind of figure out where to go from here, I guess.
Basically, my goal was to make my way back to the group.
Right. Okay.
In a hopeful attempt to be there before Strahd.
Okay. Hang on. Let me check then. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you do. It does take you a while. You do start running down the thing, but you winded and like adrenaline going away. You start kind of like you cannot sprint anymore, so you unfortunately having to make a like slow descent as you get down like the hill. And it takes you probably like a good maybe half an hour before you get down to the bottom, back to the gate where you've met the carriage.
Alright.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're gonna try and open the gate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the gate does not open.
And I'm guessing there's like no noticeable way like around it.
No, actually, so I know you were around for a sec. I'll
I
bring
do
it
have
back
the
up.
handout still, yeah.
Yeah. You saw the
I
handout.
have
So
it
yeah,
open.
it's like the gate is like both sides kind of hugged against two steep cliffs of two giant statues, both cleanly cut off by the head. And the uh, you can see the gates just in front of you, very grand looking gates. If you're trying to look, actually, if you're looking around for a way, give me a perception check. No, you don't. You don't see anything out of the ordinary around with this gate.
Do I see any ways of like? I want to see if I can like. Wait, you said I don't see like a way around it, or?
No, you don't see anything any way around this gate or anything off about it.
Can I try to find a way to open the gate?
You can give me an investigation check. You do see stuff. You do see like kind of as you're examining the gate, you do see a kind of like some etchings side of like on the stone arch that's kind of the doors sort of attached to the gate. And you can make out that these are runes. Just from
I'd
like your
like to.
knowledge of the arcane, you can kind of etch out that, yeah, make out that these are like runes and they are around the entire gate.
I'd like to decipher them and try to find a way to open.
Give me an Arcana check. Unfortunately, no, you don't. You do not manage to decipher them. You know that this is some kind of. You know it's active. You know it's doing something, but you don't know what. And then it's at this point as well, actually. Where is it? You can hear a horse kind of just slowly walking, a horse just slowly kind of walking towards you. I cannot find the thing, hang on. There you go. Yeah, you can see as you can hear a horse just kind of slowly approaching from behind.
Cut out again.
Huh?
Can hear a horse and then silence.
Are you? I'm assuming you're turning around to look, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So behind you is Strahd sitting on top of the horse. It's like, well. It seems my guest did not wish to stay the night.
My apologies, Strahd. I would have liked to, but I grew too concerned about my friends. I do wish to see them again and make sure that they are okay.
Hmm. Disappointing. Your friends are a weakness to you. Friends are a weakness in general. A crutch. I saw great promise in you. Alas, I suppose it was not meant to be. Fine, but do not think next time we meet I will be so forgiving on you. I saw great potential in you. I'm very disappointed to say the least. He kind of gives you like a ring, or like chucks it to you. Here. And then like, I'm assuming you're like, are you gonna catch the ring or?
Yeah, I'll catch the ring.
Okay, so as you catch the ring, as it like kind of approaches you, you hear the gate behind you start opening itself. You like loud rumble like as it starts, opening itself. This gate is enchanted. It won't open without something owned by the Vistani. I thought I'd share this information with you, just in case you. Well, clearly it looks like you're not very capable without anyone to guide you. Anyway, I will be paying your friends a visit very soon, as I promised. I wish to see how this plays out now. I'll let you catch up with them first.
Before you leave, Strahd, I did mean everything I said. I genuinely thank you for your time and welcoming me to your castle and the delicious feast. And I apologize for the disrespect that I have shown you by not staying the night. I had no ill will towards you.
He kind of like raises his head a little bit, like it kind of looks down on you. It's like, do not get me wrong. It is true, I do not wish to show any disrespect to my new guests. But I didn't truly wish to get to know you more. I just truly wish to see and gauge your strength, your resolve. You showed great promise during the dinner. Your friends, though, seem weak, not showing up when I gave them a free pass to visit my domain. But it seems you turning tail and leaving on your own will. Seems you're just as weak as they are.
Well, it seems that I will have to try and convince you otherwise when next we meet.
Good luck with that. He kind of turns his horse around, he kind of gallops off into the distance, this kind of direction.
I yell after him, "Do you want your Kit Kat back?"
Yes. I need a snack for the trip.
I try to toss it to him.
He grabs the Kit Kat effortlessly and he kind of like eats it as he gallops off to this direction.
Note.
You're weak. As he rides off, you can see a tear just like fly off his face, glistening in the.
How dare you! I didn't mean to fall asleep first.
I will say I did fumble a bit on my words a little there. I did kind of. There might be a retcon depending how I prep for next session.
Wait, what did you stumble on?
So I did say, I'd said like, well, I'll let you catch up to your friends first before I meet them, stuff like that. That might be a retcon because I still need to do the table thing. I did stumble on my words because I was like ad-libbing a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not saying he will, but I need to consult with my little notes and my little table on his appearances to see what'll happen. For all we know, we're a Valakai at this point in time. Yeah, I mean that's the thing as well is because I did.
I also don't know you guys are at the windmill, so you know.
Yeah, true. Like you cut off at this point, so you don't know where they went after this. But because I did kind of when I said that forget to factor in time until after I said it. It's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said what I did. It's like late at night at this point because you went to dinner, you stayed there for like a good few hours. It's like late at night. Most people would be asleep at this point.
Can I just like add like when Strahd gets back home and finds like half his castle destroyed?
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
The drawbridge is fucked, the wall is fucked, the tower is fucked, there's a giant body-shaped hole in the roof.
What happened to my castle?
Filler staying true to his chaotic nature of destroying everything he's around.
Oh fuck. I will
but
say.
I guess it's me passing through the gate, and that's what we call it, I guess.
Yep. So, well, actually, yeah. Okay, what we'll do? You go through the gate. Strahd kind of, yeah. He goes off in this direction to the south, and you turn away and go through the gate. And as you do, the gate closes, and we'll call the session there. And at that point, what we'll do, to kind of keep the to keep everyone else guessing, I'll DM you where and what you wish to do at this point, and then we can kind of go from there, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.